Hey guys, how's it going? I haven't broadcasted in a while, but in this, I'm just going to be talking about giving my opinion on and sort of explaining the new realignment in the NHL conference by conference. Um, Now, first of all, comes the question like why are they doing the realignment? Obviously, because of the move from Atlanta to Winnipeg by the Thrashers, who are now the Jets. Um, because because we have we if that didn't happen, obviously we would just have what we have now, which is three divisions in each two conferences. Um, so uh, what happened here is because since the sale that put the Thrashers in Winnipeg was so soon before the season, they the league has to treat the Winnipeg Jets like the Atlanta Thrashers. So the rest of their division is down here. Well, they're up here in Manitoba, and they have to go down here all the time because they visit each team in their division three times, um, and so that's a lot of traveling for Winnipeg. And the simple solution, um, simple, is to basically, since Winnipeg is more west than Detroit, and Detroit has been begging to get into the Eastern Conference because they are because they have it's Detroit and then Toronto is right there, and they only and there's only one trip by one of the teams per year. Either Detroit goes to Toronto once, comes back. Toronto goes to Detroit, comes back. There's only one battle between them each season. And so what would happen there, since Winnipeg wants to go to the West, they would join the Northwest Division, and then as a result, that would bump Colorado into the Pacific Division, and then that would put Dallas in the Central Division to take Detroit's place because they're in the East, in the Northeast Division, bumping Boston into the Atlantic Division, but then there's your problem. The Pittsburgh Penguins and then the Philadelphia Flyers. They have to stay together because of that rivalry and because they are both in Pennsylvania. But one of them, if we were to do that, one of them would have to go down into the Southeast Division to take the place of Winnipeg or aka Atlanta. And so that's why, I mean, the only thing I don't like about this is that 4 is not divisible by 30, or 30 is divisible by 4. And so it's going to be 8, 8, 7, 7. Now, I have heard it said that they're making way for two more teams, but that seems a few more years in the future than I think um, people would like. So it's just, some teams are going to have 7 rivals and some teams are going to have 6. And it just creates scheduling conflicts. Other than that, though, it's really quite genius, actually. So in Conference A, we have a mix between we have a clash between the Pacific Division and the Northwest Division, minus in the Northwest the Minnesota Wild, and minus in the Pacific the Dallas Stars. They're in Conference B. But in Conference A, we have the Anaheim Ducks, the Los Angeles Kings, the Phoenix Coyotes, and the San Jose Sharks. They're all from the Pacific Division. And then from the Northwest, we have the Calgary Flames, the Colorado Avalanche, the Edmonton Oilers, and the Vancouver Canucks. And then in Conference B, now what this is it's got all 5 teams from the current Central Division, plus the 2 that were bumped from their current division, so the Dallas Stars, the Minnesota Wild, and then the Winnipeg Jets. Since they're currently the westernmost Eastern team because of the sale, and Detroit is the easternmost Western team right now. So in Conference B, we have from the Central Division, we have the Chicago Blackhawks, the Columbus Blue Jackets, the Detroit Red Wings, the Nashville Predators, and the St. Louis Blues. And then Dallas Stars, Minnesota Wild, Winnipeg Jets. So that's Conference B. Now those are the two 18 conferences. Now we move down to the 7-team conferences, which is basically the rest of the Eastern Conference minus Winnipeg. So Conference C gives us we have everybody from the current Northeast Division plus the 2 teams in Florida, the Panthers and the Lightning. So in Conference C, the Boston Bruins, the Buffalo Sabres, the Montreal Canadiens, the Ottawa Senators, and the Toronto Maple Leafs. Those are all from the current Northeast, and then plus the Florida Panthers and the Tampa Bay Lightning. So that's Conference C, and then that puts the remaining two in the Southeast Division, since Winnipeg is in Conference B and Florida and Tampa are in Conference C. So the remaining two with in Conference D. So that is the Washington Capitals and the Carolina Hurricanes, and then every team from the current Atlantic Division. So Carolina Hurricanes, Washington Capitals, and then the New Jersey Devils, the New York Islanders, the New York Rangers, the Philadelphia Flyers, and the Pittsburgh Penguins. So there's your look at the conferences. And as I said before, it is going to create a scheduling conflict. But at the same time, as the fans, we're thinking about hockey. And Gary Bettman, he's forced to think more about money. Now, the way the scheduling used to be is basically each team would get a turn in each team's arena. Right now, in this season, the scheduling, we have the teams playing the other four within their current division 6 times per season, 3 away, 3 at home, and then the teams within their conference, but not within the division, the other 10, they play them 4 times, and then all the teams from the Eastern, all 15 teams from the next conference, they play them once, except for 3 of them, which they played twice. So I mean, with the Canadian teams, the original 6 Canadian teams minus Winnipeg, or I guess not the original 6 Canadian teams, but the ones that we've had for a while. So it was basically just, Edmonton and Montreal would each visit each other, Edmonton, Ottawa, Vancouver and Toronto, they'd each visit each other, and then with the American teams, it was more of a mystery. So again, it is actually quite genius. It's just it's going to make scheduling harder, more confusing, but at the same time, there isn't a lot that supports another plan at this point. So the teams in Conference C and Conference D, they're going to be playing each other just a little bit more, since they only have 6 rivals as opposed to 7. Now, this isn't for sure yet. It is probable, but it's not for sure. But we don't know where the Phoenix Coyotes are going to be next season. We don't know if they're going to be in Glendale or if they're going to be somewhere else. Quebec City has been begging for a team, but at the same time, the arena construction has been halted by the court, which is stupid. That's angry. And then we have Seattle. They have no history of NHL hockey, but they can't support a team. They have a population of approximately 6 million, and then and we have 1 million in Edmonton. So, and they have a hockey team. Yeah, it sucks, but it's still a hockey team. So that is your look at the realignment. I did post about this on my blog, but that was 2 days ago, and I hadn't really done a whole lot of research on this because there's a lot more to look at than just travel. And I really do think Gary Bettman knows what he's doing. He gets a lot of criticism, but he knows full well what he's doing. So yeah, if you have any questions, please just comment. You can check out my blog, but you won't get really a lot out of my latest post about the realignment. So yeah, thanks guys for hearing me out. God bless.